Aloha, humans of Earth. I'm sending you all the rainbow ninja energy and all the abundant vibes for you to have the best day ever. And today I'm talking about masculine and feminine embodied through archetypes. And so lately I've been working with the archetype of the chief a lot. And just to tell you a little bit about my journey with the chief, I started to realize that I was a chief in a past life. Through various medicine ceremonies and journeys, connecting with different plant spirits. And the download came through and I just got the visions. And let me just make it clear before I go deeper into this. We've all been each other in a past life. There really only is this present moment. So we've all been, I've lived your life watching me right now through this screen because it's all the same consciousness. It's all the same being. We've all been a king in a past life. We've all been a chief. We've all been a queen. We've all been, you know what I'm saying? We've all been all of these different archetypes. And so just wanted to make that clear, just so the ego doesn't get too excited, right? So the one I've been learning about the chief a lot, and how the chief carries himself is it's almost like this humble, confident focus. And for me, I always end up putting on this face, like, and like sometimes when it gets really intense, it's like, and like I even like make little, noises, and it's almost like involuntary. It's crazy. Started connecting to this energy and bringing this energy in and stepping into this energy. And I noticed when I'm at the crossroads between two thought trains, right? Two neural pathways. I'm about to go eat that bag of chips and watch that movie, or I'm about to go do some yoga and ground and do my night routine before I go to bed, right? I'm looking down, this is just an example, looking down these two neural pathways, and I'm about to choose the chips in the movie, right? I'm about to give in to my desire. And then the chief comes through and he's like, no. And it's like, and I know that the chief wants me to thrive. Like I've called upon the chief. I've accepted that archetype into my field. I've asked my angels and my guides to really help me embody this so it can take me to the next level of consciousness. And I can't say no to that chief. That chief comes through and says, no. And it's too powerful. I say, you're right. I'm not going to lie to myself any longer. And so that's just been super powerful for me, the chief coming through. And then another archetype that's been coming through, let me say a little bit more about the chief, guys. The chief who's very humble, who doesn't know all the answers. He doesn't think that he knows all the answers. He follows his heart. He asks his heart for guidance. And that's why people feel comfortable coming to him. Because he is a friend. He's friendly. He has kind eyes. But he is strong and grounded, right? That's why you want to come to him, because he's like a tree. He's strong, grounded, rooted in his purpose, and he knows, right? He just knows because he's so connected to his heart, okay? So the other archetype that has been coming through for me is the king. I did a divine masculine meditation last night, and it was talking a lot about the king, and it gave me a lot of downloads. And some of them, one of them was, a true king knows that the power that flows through him is not his ego. It is pure source energy. The king that knows that his kingdom is not his. He is just a representation of the kingdom, creating heaven on earth. And so there have been many mad kings, right? Kings who have gotten caught in the ego, who have fallen victim to jealousy, to greed, right? To anger, to just pride, all these emotions that are of a lower vibration, right? And these are measurable on the Hawkins scale of consciousness, if you guys want to look that up. But these are disharmonious energies that are in the lower chakras, right? These lower centers are more ego. These are more masculine, tend to be more masculine centers, the lower ones. They actually alternate sometimes. Like the root is more masculine, the sacral is more feminine, the solar plexus more masculine, the heart's more feminine. So depending on your belief system and like how you view the chakras, the lower ones seem to be more ego, more survival. And so these kings from the past have gotten imbalanced in their lower chakras, and they have, they might have had an imbalanced sacral chakra, and they were greedy for, women, and didn't treat the queen right, and, stuff like that. And then, maybe there was one in the root chakra where they didn't feel supported and they were scared, and they had to act out of fear and insecurity to protect themselves, right? And so they'd make irrational choices. And so I just kind of want you to let these statements kind of bounce off you, imagining that, you're the king, bringing these questions, bringing these statements to the king within for you to see how they resonate. So the king that knows that his kingdom is not his, the king that knows that the power that flows through him is source, and he's able to burn the negative ego. He's able to channel the energy into the heart to bring heaven on earth, right? So when I say heaven on earth, I guide meditations where I activate people's crown chakra and their heart chakra. And to me, this is heaven and earth. And so if you're able to be grounded enough in your root chakra, and your lower chakras are healthy enough to support the heart, to open the gateway to the heart, you're able to channel heaven on earth more easily, because bringing that source energy into the heart, right? And you're expressing this heaven on earth. And so it's that powerful king, right? That powerful king who doesn't abuse his power. The king who listens to his elders. The king who is still humble. The humble king, right? How much divine masculine strength does it take to be a humble king? You have to be in your heart enough to where you can't get caught into illusions. You can't get caught into the ego. You must have compassion. That's, and let me just dip into the feminine. Okay, so this is supposed to be about the masculine and the feminine. I've been working more with the masculine lately, but the feminine is so, so important. Let me just make it clear. You can only harness one of these energies as much as you have the other one. You can only be as much of a king as you are a queen. And what I've noticed is, with these archetypes and with the divine feminine is, it started with these masculine archetypes with me as a chief. And then I just barely did a meditation, this divine feminine meditation. I was trying to balance it out, right? Because I've been feeling all this masculine energy. And I had this vision of me in a past life. And of this, the chief's partner, the chief's wife, partner, I don't know what they call it, and she is giving him that divine feminine, reminding him of his own divine feminine. That's where the kind eyes come from, right? And it's almost like I catch these visions of the feminine, getting the chief ready for battle, reminding him of his power and empowering the chief, right? The feminine empowers the masculine, but also softens his heart. And so I'm not going to be going as deep into the feminine archetypes today because I haven't embodied enough of them. I'm still working on it. I have embodied a little bit of queen and some other things, but mostly came to talk about the masculine archetypes and how to embody them. But even just imagining yourself as this beautiful pink rose. Roses have the most highest vibration on the planet. And they're just so powerful for activating the divine feminine. I always, when I get done with my morning routine and all my masculine action, I always take a rose bath and really go into the divine feminine, really let go and, let go of control. So it's almost like the divine masculine, can get corrupted by this control, right? And that's only if he's not letting source flow through him. Okay, so just about remembering, remain humble, remain true to yourself, remain true to your heart, remain true and grounded in your purpose. Remember your power. Remember that you are a representation of the kingdom, creating heaven on earth. You are a representation of the world, creating the new earth here and now. So remember, be that lion. Lori Ladd said this before. Be that lion that is walking through the street, chest out, right? It's okay to have pride. Set an example for those around you. Be that divine masculine king, unapologetically grounded in his purpose, in her purpose. Walk down that street, chest out. People may say things. People may judge you because they may have some insecurities. But eventually they will realize that the energy that you are embodying, that lion, is reminding them of who they are. Lion King moment. Remember who you are. You are the king. You are the king. You are the king. You are the king. I love you guys so much. That is the message for today. Thank you for being with me here on this crazy earth at this time. Remember, we got this. We got this. All we must do is follow our hearts. I'm sending you guys all the blessings, all the rainbow, Jedi, bliss, dragon vibes. And yeah, I hope you guys have the most beautiful day ever. I would say I love you, but there is no I or you, just love. And yeah, namaste.